listen, and follow on all podcast and social media platforms.
And we are live, unapologetic, Wild Wednesday nights. We have the actual and factual Kim Smith in the building. How are you?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. How about yourself?
I can't complain. The podcast killer is back.
I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
And one of our favorites is in the building.
People. I don't know if I'm his favorite person anymore, but he's still my favorite person.
The show they don't see before the show, y'all be missing shit, yo.
The Style Tech CEO, Mr. Leotis Thomas. How are you today, sir? Welcome back. Your season 8 debut.
I know. I can't believe I ain't been here yet. I forgot about that. Yes. Oh, not at all. Never.
Well, we had to get you out for the controversy because you're a controversial person. So today's episode is conveniently titled Oscar-winning slap, where Will Smith and Chris Rock have dominated the news over the past couple of days. And it's something that we probably never really watch. But this has intrigued us. But before we get to the Oscar-winning slap, let's remember to follow Unapologetic on all podcasts and social media platforms. And since the Style Tech CEO is in the building, we want to follow and create a profile on Style Tech. That's STYLETEQ. And follow on all social media platforms. On Sunday, did anybody watch the Oscars live?
Me.
Oh, yeah. You did a poll on who you thought was going to say yes?
Before we jump into the Oscars, I do want to say two things. One, it is Restaurant Week, people, okay? Restaurant Week started on the 25th. It runs through the 10th. For all of you men that complain so much about taking women out and spending y'all money, guess what? You can now take the bitch to dinner for $55, okay? So Google it, you know what I mean? Google it, pull it up. You can take it to Steak 48, STK, everything you want to go. They also have brunch and breakfast, so please enjoy Restaurant Week. I finally made it to the Kitchen and Cocktails. And I don't have any complaints. I know that they went viral a couple weeks ago, and you know, at the end of the day, y'all have to give black businesses, especially in this city, a chance.
I agree.
My goodness, hey, we don't work there, so of course we don't know the background or anything like that. But what I can say, we had an amazing time. The food was good, and no complaints. If you get a chance, they are also doing Restaurant Week, Kitchen and Cocktails on 14th and Wabash, I think, or 44th and Wabash, something like that. It's right off Michigan.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
So I love Steak 48 for $55.
$55.
It was the first time I ever been.
Restaurant Week runs until the 10th of April. So, it's over 200 restaurants this year that are participating. So I'm telling you, it is the best way to get around the city and eat. It really is. Yeah.
Are they still enforcing the black-only dress code?
No. Well, now, don't get me wrong, their dress codes and stuff like that don't change. Okay. But I'm just saying, like, if you are a person that, like, honestly, like, I don't want to spend $400 on dinner or whatever, like, Restaurant Week is amazing. Because you can go breakfast, lunch, and then I think brunch is only $25. Dinner, of course, is the highest at $55. But a lot of the restaurants that's the thing, they do have preset menus. So look it up before you go. But a lot of the times they give their best because they want you to come back.
Oh, that's what's up, Ken. That's a great push. I never heard of that, and I've lived in my whole life.
Really? Oh, we do Restaurant Week every year.
I've heard of it. I've never been.
You would love it.
Well, you actually admitted that you haven't made it off the near north side, so I guess that's why.
It's somebody to come and be more cultured to let me know, because if you knew, you weren't sharing information.
Share the information. Go. And again, black restaurants are on the list, okay?
We
so
usually talk ratchet, so
yes.
that's why I never was able to shut it. Shut that door for me, Huli, if you can. And before we get into Chris Rock and Will Smith, I'm pretty sure I'm excited to hear you all's opinion on this. I actually had to call. We had a midweek show on Sunday night. Blue Ivy and Beyonce actually opened the
Yes.
show. Did you enjoy that performance?
So I did watch it, the Oscars live, and I had no idea that Beyonce was fucking going first. I turned on the Oscars 8 minutes after it started, and I had already missed the performance.
Damn.
I know that's how she was the very first thing that hit the screen. So of course I had to go back and Google the performance. I thought it was great. Had no idea that Blue Ivy was down there doing her whole 8 count until they picked her out. Thank you Twitter. But I enjoyed it. I know how y'all feel about Beyonce after she done had these kids and her singing and all of that. I thought she did amazing.
Yeah, it was scenic.
was
The
very bright.
tennis balls
Very
and
bright.
in Compton with the lights and the
Yes.
beads and yes, very nice performance. But Beyonce's voice has left us sayonara at 40. Wow.
Y'all,
Living
Beehive,
legend.
please know that that was him saying that. I don't want none of that smoke.
We are well represented in the room, if not by me. Watch what you say, John.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm
what you say.
gonna make it a clip just to make sure that
Oh.
it gets out.
Okay.
I'm not worried about
You gonna
that
cut it?
Beehive.
You gonna cut it?
Yeah, but she looked good.
She
looked
did.
good
She looked
before,
amazing,
and she
yeah.
sounded good. But it's just the high notes. She just can't hit them anymore.
And she was on their tennis court.
Oh, that was where.
Yeah, so
okay.
that was their tennis court
cool
that they
streets.
did their training and stuff growing up. So yeah.
Okay. And the Oscar-winning Slap overshadowed that this was produced by Will Packer. Shout out to him. He's done a lot of the black movies that you all like to go and partake in.
Facts. Very much so.
Will Packer did an excellent job, and the host did a great job as well. Wanda Dykes and
Yo,
It's
chill.
like-
but
It couldn't be right.
She with
It's
the Hamptons.
nice.
She with the Hamptons.
She
You
did.
have to relax.
Oh,
I said what I said.
You know what you said.
It's
I
nice.
cleaned it
It's
up.
Sykes.
It's
Oh,
Sykes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wanda Sykes
Yes.
and Regina Hall
Yes.
and that man. What was that man's name?
Her name is Amy Schumer.
Oh,
Her name is, and I don't care. I like Amy Schumer, y'all.
she's funny.
I like Amy
She
Schumer.
is
I
funny.
watch her shows. She has a show on Hulu right now called Life is Beth. Life is Beth. I like dark comedy though, so y'all
Okay.
gonna leave
Me
Amy
too.
Schumer. You're right. Amy Schumer is cool.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah.
But Monique says she's out. She's out.
Oh well, Monique.
She invited her.
I mean,
Look at it.
ask again. I just want to know, Monique. Don't sit down. That Leo made it right. Was she invited? Shit.
Okay, well, before Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson won his first ever Oscar, and it was presented to him by Denzel Washington.
Yes.
What was it for?
So this was actually the Governor's Award. This was not aired, of
Damn.
course. I know, and it's so crazy because when you find out what happened behind the scenes or whatever, this was presented to him the day before, and it's of course because of all of his accolades, everything that he has done. No, he has never won a formal Oscar, so this is his honorary Oscar, and then his best friend, one of his best friends, presented it to him. So, of course, as you see, they was acting the fool on the stage or whatever. You got to love black people because we gonna black everywhere we go.
So he didn't get a real Oscar.
Well, it's honorary.
It's so
But
frustrating
it's
to say this.
It's honorary. I know, but unfortunately, that part was not live. But
You know,
shout out
we
to
get
Samuel L.
We
Jackson.
get the honorary doctorate, so I actually have an honorary doctorate. Call me Dr. So good.
Oh, that's so
And it was given to me by the very hood ghetto Big A. That's what Chris called you.
I saw it. How you doing, Chris?
It's not fake. It's honorary.
This
Yeah,
trouble.
he didn't like it.
I mean, look, y'all. Samuel L. Jackson is a legend. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, we
and
fucking know it.
I think a lot of people don't realize how late and how old Samuel L. Jackson was when he actually got on.
He's like 48.
Yeah, and then on top of that he beat a crack addiction.
Oh, well, that is
Yeah.
a surprise.
Right.
but-
So shout out. Well, ooh,
No, I'm just saying.
but shout out to Samuel L. Jackson.
But that's our uncle. But now, back you saying that. I remember I come in to get all the pop culture news. Now, Samuel being a part of the weird, like, is it time collage? If he got it the day before, but he did talk to Wilson, did he come back?
Well, they were, of course, him and his wife were at the Oscars.
So this is copy and pasting.
No,
onto
so
the Oscars?
this was the day before. That's
Who
not-
was there?
So the governor's ball, like the governor's awards, is the day before the Oscars.
But
so
who's
this
in
was
the
Saturday.
crowd?
So the crowd on Sunday.
It's the same crowd.
No, so of course, like this is they have so Oscars is really a weekend.
Correct.
So they have everything from award shows to brunches, everything. So
Yeah.
this was on Saturday.
Monique was in that one.
Yeah, it's on.
She wasn't
He's at the
invited
podium.
there. He wasn't
And the
invited.
people that wasn't there.
Yeah, no.
And Denzel came. I don't know.
Denzel
He
came
You
to
know,
lives in
present.
LA. This lives in LA.
Hey, he just happened
He
to
just
be
drove, he
back.
just drove
So
up,
he,
you know.
of course, when you get these type of awards, you get to pick who you want to give it to you.
Okay.
So of course he picked one of his best friends, which is Denzel Washington.
I did all this for the Saturday when I should have did it for the Sunday.
Well, they don't air that.
But they'll air best cinematographer.
It's so bad.
I don't get it.
It's so bad.
You know the NBA teams, right? When the NBA team wins, the equipment manager get a ring.
That's right.
That's what this is.
Everybody gets a ring.
Yeah.
Y'all,
That's what he got.
Yeah.
No, we're
But
flabbergasted.
you know what?
I can't believe you just said that about Samuel Jackson.
when you think about it,
Oh.
does Samuel L., other than maybe Coach Carter, have any award-winning
A Time to Kill, and I hope he burns
First
in
of
hell.
all, A Time to Kill
A
is
Time to Kill.
amazing.
Okay, I've never
And
seen
that's,
that.
I would
You've
slap
never
the
seen
shit
A
out
Time
of
to
you.
Kill?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh,
I'm
hell.
not a movie
It was a
person.
good movie.
First of all, let me tell you this: don't watch it. Watch it when you got some time away from your kids. Let me
Yeah.
just tell you that, because
Okay.
That's
baby,
the line.
that type of rage you gonna feel after.
And you saw the negotiator. He could have got it for the
Oh, the
negotiator.
negotiator was good.
Never heard of it.
Wow. Okay, you don't talk about the Oscars anymore. Don't you?
But we would have never talked about the Oscars if
This
Will
is
Smith
true.
was second. You had Chris Rock. We would have like, oh, the Oscars was on Sunday.
yeah.
All right, and Will Smith won the award. And we're going to move on to something else. Well, so this was something else. And we're going to take our time. And we're going to let people, we're going to listen and then react. Because if we have Holy, and we have Leo, and we have Kim in the same room, and I actually have an opinion on that.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have some things we want to object to. So we're going to listen
I'm
first.
gonna go last.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, Chris Rock and Will Smith have been in entertainment forever.
Yes.
Okay? They are A-listers, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both are A-listers.
Mhm.
And that they seem to be friends. If you look at pictures from past, he was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all type of things.
Tony Rock was on All of Us.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, forgot about Tony Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see Will Smith slap Chris Rock in the middle of the Oscars it's still mind blowing to me.
Can't believe
Now, luckily, I fast forwarded when I saw Chris Rock. Chris Rock doesn't really make me laugh too much, so I fast forwarded through him. But then when I got on social media and I saw that this happened, I rewound and I saw, okay, this is what happened. So let's go to our honored guest today, Mr. Leo. And when you heard or saw, did you watch it live?
No, I saw on and off accident part.
Okay. I figured you didn't watch it live. You're a very busy man. So what were your thoughts and how did it make you feel?
My thoughts were, I thought that Chris Rock became more of a player to me in my eyes. He was more of a player. You know, what kind of restraint you have to have as a man to have that happen to you, and then not only did you not respond to it, but you telling jokes after. That is a mental strength that few men have, right? And I thought Will Smith was whack. He's now in the same category to me as Kyrie Irving. Okay, I don't like Kyrie Irving at all.
Oh, I know.
Will Smith is right there with him. They both stupid together now. And I just felt like Will was emotional. He was too emotional. he thought it was funny until he looked at her. Now I gotta prove myself
Yes.
to this wife I've had for like 25 years or
Yes.
however long they married. I remember when they got married.
Who's been tangled in so many different
Right.
things.
You know what I mean? And I even watched that, like, what is that? What is
Red
it?
Table Talk.
I didn't even watch that because I remember hearing as a kid, like, they were swingers and all this other kind of stuff. I'm like, they just not, that's like finding out R. Kelly did what he did.
Right.
Everybody knew that already.
Episode of Red Table Talk coming soon with them. Go ahead.
And so I just feel like if I was in that situation and that happened to me, I would have probably responded the same way. Now, I probably would have. People were shocked that I said that. I'm like, yo, nah, like, but I'm definitely gonna see you later. But I'm not about to embarrass myself and my family and be up here fighting. Carpet's red right here. And this is a player place. This is not for that. But I'm gonna see you later though. I don't care if it's on a movie set. I don't care where it's at. I'm gonna have an assault charge. You ain't gonna get away with that.
Real or fake? Did you ever have the notion that it was fake?
I thought it was real the whole time.
Okay.
I'm like, because I know Will Smith don't act that well. Chris Rock don't either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, Chris Rock was visibly shaken.
yeah.
He was.
His words. He even said documentary first, and he
Yeah.
was just out of sorts.
Yeah.
He handled it well, but he wasn't. He's a comedian. You know, he can mess up, he can fall and all that to be okay. That this time he was kind of like, wow, it was like shock. God damn.
Yeah. And I felt bad for him because it's like, yo, like, damn, like he really got slapped up there and he had to like keep it cool and he had to keep it, because I'm a steward, right? Something happens to me and then I'm like, wait a day. I might not get you today, I might not get you tomorrow. I might not get you next week, but I'm gonna get you. You know, I'm glad I had a certain upbringing. Because I'll be in jail. I already know I'll be in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be a player about it, like he took it, and he was all right. He steady telling jokes.
He did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? But I would have responded the same way, and I just look at Chris Rock as like, I'll go see his show. You know what I mean? I want to support. I felt bad that he did that, but and I don't feel
Ticket
bad
sales,
for him.
ticket sales have skyrocketed. You getting all my points early. Leo.
So the cheat sheet.
Right. You got a bug on me. Chris Rock is going on tour with Kevin Hart, and ticket sales have skyrocketed. So I wouldn't say a word if I was Chris Rock. Come see what I got to say on tour. All right, Leo, that's what you got for us?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Chris Brown is watching us today,
Chris
and he
Brown.
says, why would another black man insult his friend's wife? The joke was not funny, and to insult another man. I would have knocked the shit out of him. Let's talk about the issue of another black man in a white arena. Even want to put any person of color down in 2022. Hello, am I live? Please stop saying am I live because you got that from me.
Okay.
Can I address that?
Go ahead.
Man, okay.
Please.
So it's always people who ain't got nothing to lose. I want to smack that nigga. Bro, I'm looking at this Oscar right here. I want that.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this because that's low level to me. You shouldn't be fighting. You too rich. I'm like, boy, I got goons for that. I'm not fighting nobody.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting nobody. So people, who cares about that Oscar? Well, nigga, you ain't never gonna have an Oscar.
Yes. It's the kind I'm gonna kick it back over to Julio because I have a lot to say.
Okay.
Some way. But again, I'm so sick of the narrative of fuck the Oscars, fuck them white people. At the end of the day, if it was fuck the Oscars, none of them would have been in the audience.
Right.
Okay? So we can't say fuck the Oscars because you want to know why? All them niggas was sitting in the audience at the Oscars.
Oh yeah, and I mean, just like the Grammys and other awards, your stock rises when you win an Oscar. Your stock rises when you get nominated.
Yeah.
Your stock rises when you get snubbed of a nomination.
Yes.
So the Oscars do matter.
They do.
We can change the narrative like with NAACP and with the BET. We
But the
talked
black people
about
have
that.
to show up for them.
Absolutely, but you all that's ghetto, or be real quick to put down black things. Okay, so Josh is watching us live from the DMV. He said he took that slap like a true crackhead.
Come on, Pooh.
And I think Chris Rock was a crackhead in a lot of movies.
New
Jack City.
Especially. Yeah. And he said this is a poor person's mentality. So
Yeah.
Josh and Leo, I think you all have met, and you all are a lot alike. I like you all. So, Holy.
Ooh.
I haven't said a word. This is very peaceful. Just to sit and listen. I haven't said anything on social media.
I was waiting.
At all. I have been sick. Because as Good was saying, this isn't coincidental, Leo. He texted in the middle of the night on Sunday, 6:45. And I wanted to post the day, but like, why? Why so urgent for me to come Wednesday? Wasn't I just here a couple weeks ago? But I left it alone.
Well, I'm gonna just tell you now. We had, but as soon as we talked, we had particular people.
Yeah.
Both of y'all are at the top of the list.
That is, I'm flattered. I'm
Yes,
flattered,
top of the
Kim.
list.
I love you.
Yes. top of the list.
What's crazy is like over the course of Sunday to now, like the evolution of my thinking has changed back and forth on hearing people perspectives like Leo and just knowing it's gonna be all up down my damn timeline. So I'll give you my unfiltered, unadulterated thought. Unlike Leo, I would have whooped Will ass at the Oscars, at the White House, anywhere poor man's been out from the project. And it's not because I don't see the value in what Leo said of being a player about it, because I've gotten to where he at. But it's the Jim Carrey said it best. This is ubiquitous now. No matter what ticket sales are, this is forever.
Yes.
And me getting hit, my man probably fuck Jada or whoever will be my Jada in that moment, to know that you could YouTube me get my ass slapped and doing nothing, posting me at 39 as if I was 16. So I know who I am. You can't just hit me and it be over. I'm saying it to the point, if my son was at where I care more about than anybody in this world, I'm still whooping Will ass because that's the makings of me. But after like playing it back and seeing the brighter side, I'm saying, you look weak for doing
Yeah,
this.
he is weak.
I don't have to do nothing and I'm going to be beloved for it or whatever. It's toned down my opinion, but still even hearing I'm like, Joe, can't nobody fucking slap me, Joe. I can't let it ride. Now, to go on the just major thing of now finding out that he laughed, because everybody kept saying, I didn't see it live. He laughed at the joke before, and then said, wait, he did laugh when he said that shit. You could say the joke was weak, but in the same weakness, that's why I shouldn't have been took so serious. A G.I. Jane joke is 20 years old. Is it low-hanging fruit? Yes. My biggest problem, I'm speaking for my best friend Christina, who also changed my mind today. To assume that the world knew you had alopecia is beyond narcissistic. Because Jada Pinkett, this is Antonio, nobody else, has been wearing a low hairstyle since Low Down Dirty Shame. Set it off, she had break. I've never known her to have long hair.
Set it off.
And set it off, she had braids.
Right.
So she's been eccentric, my whole understanding. Jada Pinkett, fine, I won't call her ugly on the day of life. But she's been the woman that could wear the low hairstyle. Her kids are eccentric and out there. They're all weird. So you being bald doesn't ring any red alarms to me. So I thought she just had a low haircut. To play at what I am gonna be me. All you bitch ass people about alopecia, I don't give a fuck, Joe. You're not dying. Too sorry, it's this LBGT shit that get under my skin. Everybody needs this sympathy. Oh, y'all don't know what we got. If you ain't fucking dying, I don't care about your disease. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be offensive, but to wear this like he said something so beneath it, she's been crying about it. I didn't fucking know. I didn't know she had this
I
shit.
didn't know it either.
There you go.
Guarantee
There's
Chris
two.
Rock didn't either.
I will say that
And
too.
we do a weekly show.
And never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's very narcissistic.
Right.
Will, what Leo said, as much as I have rage and have now new distaste for her, I sympathize. I sympathize that Will is with the girl that causes trouble, and you know it, but you ain't gonna let her go because you got all this time invested. And to be that man, like Leo say, like, Leo look at him as a punk out emotional. I sympathize to the point where I don't even know what to feel. Because when you with that girl, you gotta keep proving your masculinity.
But if you black.
If you black, yeah, we'll get to that. And I know King, I like to say I can go long, but I'm gonna be mindful. When you with that girl, you always doing something that's really not you. Will ain't this. Like I say, we love Will for being, as Leo said, the one that's not like that. You are, and I hate to say it to you, you're the next Denzel for us.
Right.
The go-to black man that we know has a chance of being something Oscar nominated. 1% being a husband that I'm not, good one can only relate, that I can never go blind on, is if I gotta protect my girl right or wrong, I just gotta do it. What Will could have did to win me over, if you gonna be an asshole, go up there, take the mic, do some kind of powerful ass speech, drop it, give it back to me, whatever, and I would have felt him more like, oh, here, quit playing my wife, you can say all that shit. Just don't touch Chris Rock, because that's a pussy ass, Chris Rock didn't know what the fuck he was coming up there to do.
Right.
So when
He
girls
called
say
him Richard. He said, "Oh, Richard."
yeah, like he said, now, to be on some deep thinking conspiracy theory, his ticket sales went up, as you say. The slap didn't do too fucking much. And as you say, they both not that great of an actor. But if we come together and get this white people head show buzzing, and we end up going on tour, making a movie from it, it would be fucking genius. But I don't believe that's what's gonna happen. But I leave room for it to happen. Lastly, all I have to know, and the reason I ain't going on Facebook or saying nothing to nobody, if it was a white host, would you have done the same thing?
No.
And I know that it's a rhetorical.
Right.
If that's Jay Leno, a John Doe comedian of the moment,
Never do no shit like that.
you wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have cursed from the
If
crowd.
it was Dave Chappelle, I would do it.
And I started going to the other black people,
Yeah.
but we could do that with black people. I need to know if there was a white man, Bill Burr, who just
Yeah.
is. Would you, because Bill Burr at the same size, you bigger than both, would you run up there and slap the shit out of him? And the answer, Keith been resoundingly no. And
And
that's
if he would have slapped a white person that was up there, he would have been escorted out of the building.
correct. Good one. I know you going to have that in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to completely say, to make matters worse, you go your ass up there, apologize to everybody but him. Now see, if Leo called that player, if you gonna be an asshole all the way. You wanna dance at the after party, don't give a fuck. That's all I be like, okay, well, if you don't give no fuck, I guess I gotta respect you don't give a fuck. Now he can't apologize. Cause now I see you one way. If you ain't gonna fix it, you gotta stay the villain.
Will has apologized.
Yes.
He has
He
apologized.
has apologized.
You did to Chris Rock?
Well, he put out
Via social media.
Yeah,
But I'm
via
pretty
social
sure
media.
he's contacted.
Keep that shit.
Yeah.
It was Sunday or don't. Now
Right.
you can't. So
He probably has, and we don't know. Because
Oh,
Chris
I
Rock
got
had to
info
say
on that too.
I'm ending with Jada. I like Jada less more now. The entanglement shit is low hanging fruit. For 20 years, as Leo said, we've watched this woman and we ain't in a relationship, and I don't follow this shit long enough. I hear Tupac reference a lot. I hear that y'all got an open relationship. I never see your love for him. So I don't fuck with her no more, Joe. Like I can't have sympathy. Like she just represent every girl that I've never liked. And anybody that's against her, like, oh, well, it's just when you that girl and you know you got that guy on your finger. If it was vice versa, I feel the same way. If this was Jada going up there side, I don't like that type of control. That shit weird to me. And like, it's crazy that both of the men will be okay. Will gonna forever be a millionaire. Chris Rock gonna be forever be a millionaire. I feel like this just set us back. I'm getting to that point in my age where like, this just not a good look. If I was 29, I'd be like, man, fuck, like you say, fuck the houses. No, I'm like, this is embarrassing to me. This two black men, prominent black men, doing what they, not that they matter as much as I'm making them, doing what they expect us to do. And I don't even think they expect that, but oh, look at black people. You're giving them a platform to weigh in on black people's shit, and that angers me the most.
Yeah.
But let's remember, who was the first people really to say fuck the Oscars? Let's boycott the Oscars. It was Jada and them.
It
Yeah.
was in
You know what I'm saying?
2016.
Right, because her husband then went for that weak ass performance. He had a lot of weak ass performances.
Mm-hmm.
Will is not. I don't like Will as an actor. Right, I never really did. And she was. I'm like, but Jada, you haven't been shit since the '90s. Like, let's be for real. If it wasn't for Will, where would you be? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just never was. You know, people are like, oh fuck the establishment. Yeah, but the establishment is where you trying to be in. And you trying to get your money.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Not saying you have to. I mean, you have to conform to a degree. I don't care if you conform to black or conform to white. Whatever the establishment is, you ain't gonna get nowhere if you don't conform to a certain thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before I get into my opinion, Sonia Loves Brown says it's 50-50 for me live on Facebook. I understand why he got mad. His family has been dragged for the past 2 years due to the entanglement, but at the end of the day, he could have handled it backstage or the after party. And Josh is saying that Will is in an emotional and abusive relationship, which, you know, Jada, yeah. So, rewinding the DVR, as you always say,
Gotta put the aura on it.
complete just shock, but ultimate disappointment from somebody who is A-list, someone who is looked up to, someone who's been in the game for a long time. And I like Will Smith.
On the real.
And a father, a husband. You just don't react like that ever.
No excuse.
I saw the speech first. Because remember, I had to rewind it, so I saw his speech. I'm like, okay. But I will always wonder why he started off with he defended his family. So now the speech is null and void because of what you did before. You know, you never, especially on that platform. I have a situation recently where somebody hit somebody and said, you hit them back. You know, Chris Rock did the right thing because no need for you all to be fighting on stage. Now you make Will is the only idiot in this scenario here. Will Smith his actions were premeditated because he laughed at the joke. See, if he said the joke, which the joke wasn't that bad, because I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch. He could have went to August Alsina and said, I think what Regina Hall did earlier was worse.
What she do?
When she said that she wanted all the single men to come. She said, Will, come on. Jada said it's okay. You know,
I didn't know that.
so that was worse. But you know, it's a woman. Blah 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 blah. What Chris Rock, stand-up person. Will Smith, premeditated actions. I don't think that I would take his Oscar away, but I don't think I would have let him speak after what he did. I do think that they should have got those seat fillers and come on out the building. Now, whatever sanctions he gets down the road, he just have to accept it. But I would not have let him speak. And he took up a lot of time, all the tears. You an actor, sir. It don't work. Chris Rock, Will Smith to some point, the comedians, you know how that goes. People are going to say what they want to say. If you're going to make a choice to sit front and center at the Oscars, anything goes. That's just like I'm going to see Deion Cole in a few weeks. I'm in the balcony.
You ain't wrong.
Okay? He's not going to be able to see me.
I'm
Because,
tall.
I may think I'm shy. You know, he make a whole mockery of me in front of all the people. I'm going to be in the back. Thank you.
You smart.
Jada, you know, I don't like to talk about people. Or do I? But... You know, Jada has really been showing her ass over the past few years, and I'm not gonna say get a divorce, but somebody's not happy in this situation. No, you can talk red talk all you want. Somebody's not happy. Especially if a man has to stoop so low as in one of the biggest stages ever. You're going to go up and slap somebody and then yell to the top of your lungs. Something's not right. You know, they want to say, somebody said toxic masculinity, which I'm going to get into that in a minute.
Oh, Lord.
The feminine, I think that Jada's toxic.
Toxic femininity.
Yeah, Jada is toxic, and he might need to reevaluate where he is in his marriage so that he won't react like that. A lot of celebrities chimed in on this more than usual, and Wanda Sykes said something today.
You know her name now.
You are correcting me. She said something today, and she was just like that. She was traumatized. I am sick of it.
Yeah, stop that.
I am sick of it. You are not traumatized by somebody. If anybody traumatized is Chris Rock. He's the one that got slapped. What are you talking about? You're traumatized.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody want to have all this mental health and this and this and that. You're a comedian. If we can't say what we want to say or do it as comedians, then just get rid of it. You know,
Really?
You're not traumatized.
Your mama just slapped your ass a million times. You ain't traumatized.
Maybe that's where the trauma comes from.
You know, Amy Schumer and Jim Carrey, all these people, they talk about, I'm traumatized. It sickens me. I can't believe it. Well, he did it.
Yeah.
You know, and you just got to get over it. This will be a small blemish for Will Smith.
Small, no.
No.
His career is damn near over.
No, it'll never happen.
No,
It'll never happen.
Will Smith is way too big and too powerful for a slap of a black man.
Correct.
And this is where it goes. It is a black man. It is a comedian. And people have tried to cancel Chris Rock for years. You're not going to be able to cancel Will Smith. Now, Will Smith got lucky with this role. How many Oscar-winning people? They're not going to Will Smith no more. Will Smith has transitioned over to the Netflix and has become a social media star and all that. He don't give a damn about this shit. It is a small blemish. That's it. And that's why he sat down in that chair. That's why he went to the after party and he apologized on Instagram, and that's it. One last thing.
Okay.
Defend your wife. Now, I have a wife. If Chris Rock would have said that about my wife, would I have gone up there and slapped him? No. I feel like if somebody puts their hands on you, that's when you put your hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. I don't think that he was forced to do that to defend his wife. That's just too much. Black women need to be defended. I'm sorry, but Jada Pinkett has been a poor example of a black woman for years.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to go and defend her. You don't need to go slap Chris Rock at the Oscars to say a black woman needs to be defended.
Right.
Absolutely not.
She's not.
Now, you people need to keep it real. That is stupid. It's no black woman defense. And who is one of the biggest group of people that tear down black men? Black women.
Facts.
All the time.
Facts.
So, stop.
Facts.
Kim will speak.
I don't like that this happened. It is disappointing. But get over it. It happened. Move on. Chris Rock is gonna. It's just made his stock go up.
Yep.
Okay.
If he needed it, that's crazy.
Right.
I'll say the traumatizing thing before you take the floor. See, this changes me again. Like, now that I know Amy, I'll show you many black men being shot by the police. Then tell me what you think that is. Like, as Gil would say, like, everybody thinks when the thing that happens, it lasts. It's 2 days later, and people sort of talking about it, but they back to their normal scheduled program. After Unapologetic talk about this Wednesday, they're not going to talk about it next week. The word just, it bothers me. As he said, don't say traumatizing shit that ain't real. This is fodder. This is conversational piece. Homelessness is what we talked about before this fucking show. Be traumatized about that.
Yeah.
As I'm getting older, when I drive under these viaducts, I'm like, damn, they really, like, I couldn't imagine this, and that's small in my mind. It's other shit. Somehow America is sneaking into the war that y'all don't want. That's traumatizing. Will Smith, as he says, slapping another black man really don't matter to a white person, and they just don't say that word to me because I'll lose my mind. That's somebody said they was traumatized about a weak ass one-sided slap that was a dive. We can't wait till Kim.
Oh Lord. Okay.
And well, you know, and Will Smith, I mean, let's be honest, he slapped him. He didn't punch him.
Didn't he?
You know, he slapped
That's worse.
Yeah, slap is
Thank
worse.
you.
The slap, go. We don't
If you want,
worse.
That's worse.
it's probably more embarrassing to be slapped. But if you want to hurt somebody, you're gonna punch.
But you know, the only thing that's worse than a slap is spit in your
Yes.
face.
That's true.
That's the only thing that's worse.
Yeah, you can't-
And that hurt the least.
What's
real.
okay? What's gonna physically hurt you? The slap, the spit, or the punch?
Now the punch will physically hurt you, but
Okay.
I agree.
I agree.
The spit is, to me, spit is the
The
worst.
worst.
I
And then
agree.
second comes the slap.
I'm gonna tell you, in my life, something happened to me when I was a lot younger. Somebody spat on me when I was younger, okay? And I had never until that time that happened, wanted to kill someone.
Better know
If
it.
there was a pistol around, I would have gone to jail
I'm telling you.
because I would have lost my emotions and
Yeah.
not been a player
Yeah,
and would have shot that motherfucker or stabbed him.
yeah,
That was the only time in my life where I
Yeah.
was mad enough to do
Yeah.
that.
Rage is real.
yeah.
Man.
I was blacked out.
Yeah.
I would have killed
Rage
that
is real.
motherfucker.
But they said that Will Smith, he better be glad he just slapped that CTA
No, 95th.
that worker because
I don't know what that's about. They keep putting. I thought it was
Oh,
a
no.
father from the
No,
show.
no.
Yeah.
I'm
Right
like, who is
now,
this
no.
fucking city worker they keep
Yeah.
dropping in?
It-
I don't know who that
if he
is.
would have slapped him, Will Smith would be in the hospital or dead because he would have he
Shot
pulled
the
that
shit
gun
out that
out
guy.
and
Quick,
shot
shot
his head.
Oh, I love to hear about that. As Leo said, since we go back to fights and IU, I've been punched many a fucking times. I've been slapped once. And when I say, and this is my motherfucker taller and bigger, that motherfucker slapped me, I tried to kill him. I've been spit on by women. I tried to kill them.
Man.
So good one.
Gloves off.
You can punch me. I'm gonna be mad as hell. But you're like, man, you just punch and you in some weird ass multiverse way. We can eat the punch and keep living this way. Oh man, motherfucker punch, sucker punch. We can even joke about it.
Right.
To slap another man.
Yeah.
That's a level of disrespect. Like he said, only thing top it is spit. But it's like he said, it's play. Like Leo made it be playing at Chris Rock 8. It's kind of playing that Will slap this ass. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't finna punch your bitch
Yeah.
ass slap.
If he'd have did it to a guy his size, it would have been a play.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
correct.
Will Smith
But-
is fucking 6'2".
I'm
did
on
that
your,
shit to me.
but I'm working y'all angle. He could have punched the shit out of him, but he thought so less of him that he slapped him like a woman. And still, I'm still on Chris
Will
Rock's side.
Smith is soft.
I know he
Soft,
still
soft
slapped
as
him. And the slap will be remembered forever. Sad. I'm ready for Kim.
Sonya Loves Brown said Will pulled a Pootie Tang slap. All of it. Aaron P. Taylor says, I'm here in Hollywood and they ain't taking none of this lightly. Big Willie is in big
Yep.
trouble.
I know
The actual and factual
Aaron
Tim
Taylor on the
Smith,
cover.
the star of the show. What is your reaction and what was your reaction to?
You know,
The
so
slap.
I watched it live, like I said. So my intake was a lot different than everybody watching it on social media or the clips or whatever like that. Because in real time, it was unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable to rewind it and watch it, whatever like that. But in real time, it was something so shocking that I had never heard something more deathly silent. So and you know, I'm gonna put some things in perspective because for whatever reason, you know, you niggas want to get online and bully people on Black Twitter and stuff like that without facts. So that has actually what has been blowing me for the last 2 days. Like, people really make up things in their mind that they feel like is true. Let me give you the facts of actually what is and what isn't. So in 2016, yes, it was the all-white Oscars, boycott the Oscars, okay? And this whole narrative of that, like, Chris Rock disrespected Jada Pinkett Smith is not true. So what actually happened is that, yes, Jada and them decided that they were going to boycott the Oscars because they felt like that Will Smith should have been nominated for concussion, okay? Fine. So what happened is yes, exactly what you said, Goodwin. These families have known each other for years. This is not anything new. It's not Hollywood or anything like that. They have actually known each other since they were in their like late 20s, early 30s. And so the problem was that they called Chris Rock and wanted Chris Rock not to host. And Chris Rock told them no, that he was going to host. And so when he very first starts his monologue, the monologue is about 10 minutes. If you niggas get off Twitter and stop typing and go to YouTube, take 10 minutes and actually watch what he said. So the first time when he first comes out, he basically says that yes, he was asked not to host, and he said that they were going to do the Oscars even if he didn't host. So he was coming to host. And the first joke was, isn't it funny that people without a job always tell you to quit your job? So that was, of course, everybody laughed. But it's real. It is true. So then what he says is, and he explains that Will was nominated, Jada got mad, whatever, this, that, and the third. And exactly what Leo said earlier. All the joke was that you are mad at something that you were never invited to. Nothing about that is untrue. Okay? That is not him diminishing her. That is not him disrespecting a black woman. None of that. I feel like the disrespect is that Chris Rock had got to a level where he was asked to host the Oscars. And again, I don't care that y'all keep saying we shouldn't care about this platform as a white person platform. At the end of the day, and they are actors. That is their threshold. Because if it wasn't, again, they wouldn't be in the building. If Jada and them felt that strongly about it, he would have got nominated and they wouldn't have showed up. You show up because you want the validation of this committee. Right. So stop this narrative and this bullshit about don't nobody care about the Oscars. So that has to stop. So basically, Chris Rock made a decision that they didn't like. Okay? So it has nothing to do with disrespect. Those are just the facts. So live, exactly what happened was Chris Rock made fun of everybody in the front row. Everybody. Okay? He literally turns to Jada and says, Jada, I love you. When is the next G.I. Jane movie? Will Smith laughed. The camera cuts just in time to see Jada roll her eyes, okay? So after she rolls her eyes, exactly, Will gets up and walks onto the stage. How you knew it was not staged and how you knew that it wasn't supposed to go down like that, Chris Rock leaned in thinking that Will was about to tell him something or say something to him, and that's when Will Smith steps back and slaps him. So when he turns around again, and this is why I agree with Leo, he would have never done that to a Terry Crews. He would have never done that to a Dave Chappelle. He would have never done that even to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart might be 5'0", but Kevin Hart can fight. That's one thing that Kevin Hart learned. He tell you in his comedy, early on, he knew he was gonna be talking about people. He took his ass to the gym on purpose. Y'all think he be playing? Y'all think he be playing and stuff about that? Watch his documentary on Netflix. Kevin Hart learned how to fight for real because he knew niggas was gonna try him because of his size and that he was a comedian. So even though Will Smith's 6'2", I don't even believe he would have done it to Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart would have got down on his ass on that stage. So then when he turns around, you can tell that he's already second guessing it because he turns and looks at Chris Rock to make sure Chris Rock is not advancing on him. Because like y'all said, the ultimate form of disrespect is to slap another man. So when he gets down, you can tell Chris Rock is 100% a G, 100% a soldier because he never broke character. Chris Rock has been in this, and I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all might not like him, but the white audience likes him. I love Chris Rock. And let me tell you who his best friends are. Adam Sandler, David Spade, Kevin, what's Kevin's last name? Costner. No, not Kevin Costner.
Kevin James.
Kevin James. Them are literally his best friends in real life. So Chris Rock does not need your validation. So when he gets down there and starts screaming at him, again, like I said, Chris keeps the show going because he knows, one, that Questlove is finna win the damn Oscar.
Shout out to Questlove.
Shout out to Questlove. And so he literally tries to make it a joke and says, oh, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me or whatever. That could have literally been done. That could have been it. But no, like you said, he was in his feelings. He was in his emotion. Me, all triggered by Jada. And then that's when he starts to scream at him. You can tell that Chris Rock is so shook because, again, these men are friends. They might not be best friends. They might not go to brunch together. But these two families know each other. And I'll get to Tony Rock in a minute.
But that's why he slapped him.
Well, and that's another thing. That's why I said he would have. One, Chris Rock is 57. Okay?
Old as hell.
Yeah, 57. Wow. He is 57. Like you said, frail. He's not one of the ones that went to the gym and bulked up or nothing like that. He knew that even if they would have started fighting on that stage, that he could take Chris Rock. At the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says, Will Smith was very calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. So when he starts screaming at him, you can tell that Chris Rock is literally mortified. He's more embarrassed for Will than he is for himself. He lit because that's what he said. He said, okay. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell his voice goes up like, bitch, shut up. Like, fine, it's done. Or whatever. So shout out to Chris Rock for not only not breaking character, getting through the nomination, and then still trying to give Questlove his moment. Questlove is literally up there crying because both his parents died before the documentary came out. They never got to see it.
Who was the lady up there?
So he had 4 white people help him with the documentary.
Who was the black lady they kept putting the camera on then? I thought that was his mother.
No. He says that his mother passed.
Who is we don't know who the black
So
lady
I don't know who the black lady is that they panned to, but he says, that his parents weren't there or whatever. So then when they go to the back, you see Questlove grab Chris Rock and lean in and like tell him something, and Chris Rock is, you can tell in the camera still. That's one thing about the Oscars, they mad, but they definitely took the ratings.
Oh yeah,
because they were perfect in how they kept catching the camera. So Questlove grabs him immediately, and as they're walking back, you can tell that they're talking about it. So then what also made me upset, and what the facts are, is this. One, the Oscars did ask Will to leave. He refused. Whatever. So they did come, whatever. What happened was Denzel got up immediately when the commercial break came on, pulled him to the side. Tyler Perry, Denzel Washington, and Bradley Cooper did talk to him on the side or whatever, and they said he was crying and hyperventilating, saying that he was sorry. The people from the back did come and ask them to leave or whatever. He refused. Or whatever. They didn't want to make a scene. They didn't want it to escalate, so they let them go back to their seats. So this whole theory that like the Oscars didn't care or whatever, that's not true either. They just didn't know how to escort an A-list celebrity out of the building.
With the same way they escort my ass out of the building.
So they didn't know how to do that. So
with the police and the batons and the dogs
and
the hose.
But no, what they said what happened was once they got to the back, of course, they immediately went to Chris Rock, and Chris Rock told them then that he did not want to press charges. So that's the only reason the police did not get involved so quickly. So I clearly, I get to why that happened or whatever. But when they actually win, that's what they were scared of. They were terrified that the Academy itself was going to start booing. So it really was a lifesaver that Samuel L. Jackson was on the stage at the time that Will was going to win the award.
So this becomes Saturday again.
No, again.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson and his wife. Samuel L. Jackson was his wife was in the audience the entire time.
Okay.
Or whatever. So
Samuel L. presented the award to Will
when he actually won the
Oscar. So Will won the Oscar for Best Male Lead
for King Richard. But that's the thing. That's another reason why the Oscars didn't want to technically kick him out. Of course, they already knew he was going to win. And they would have then had to find an explanation.
We couldn't be here because we had him removed.
Right. So
Will would have felt really bad if that happened.
But that's
once in a lifetime opportunity.
That would have been the ultimate punishment.
That it would have been. But again, like you said, they are all workers. You know what I mean? Nobody knows how to tell Will Smith, you have to leave. So they left him alone.
I'm for hire.
I know you would have said
I'm for hire. Get your big ass up out of here.
Hey man, you gotta go.
You gotta
Stand on
Let's
everything.
go.
You gotta roll
Oh, they
out.
like, good one. We gonna come back from commercial. Just go hit the commercial. Phone commercial.
Here we go.
I'm gonna get his ass out of
So,
here.
of course, I am assuming nobody on the staff. I'm not trying to say that because I don't know who works behind, who works behind whatever. But nobody was brave enough to escort Will Smith out. So that's the only reason that they were still there. So when he wins, as you see, originally when he got up, there was not a lot of clapping. What happened is that Samuel L. Jackson embraces him, hugs him, and starts clapping, and then that's when everybody else
really?
joined in. Yes.
The government
So right,
was-
yeah. So he okay.
Okay,
But
sorry.
literally, and then of course, like he gets up and does that fucked up speech. I didn't like the speech. I didn't. Don't this whole y'all. Let me tell you this, and I am a black woman, so I don't care how you feel. At the end of the day, my mother has always told me that when I become a wife, that it is my responsibility to be my husband's peace. So at the end of the day, if Jada Pinkett was really a wife, even if she was mad in that moment, even if she was upset, her job as a wife was to literally tell him, baby, handle it after. If you think, I'm telling you now that I'm offended, that I'm upset, I need you to handle that. Her letting her husband embarrass himself on his night is one of the worst traits one of the worst traits a woman can have for the man that you're supposed to love. So all of this, I'm gonna get to that. Let me finish, and then I'm gonna go to you women. But then, I think the thing that makes it worse for me is all the lying afterwards. So let me tell you the actual facts. Will Smith and them was being gully about it all night. Jaden Smith put up a post, that's how we do it, this is that, all of the third. They at the, parties, posing and everything like that, kicking it or whatever. When they realized, just like your friend said this in LA, that shit was not going to go their way. That's when the apology came. As y'all see, who hasn't said anything? Chris Rock. So, and then on top of that, then Jada puts out a statement, it's time for healing. No, bitch, it was time for healing on Sunday before he got up on that stage and embarrassed the shit out of everybody.
It was time for healing when you said that you were in an entanglement with all this.
Right.
Or
And
that
then,
you don't have a
and then the thing is, so these are also the facts. So Charlemagne is very good friends with Chris Rock. He called Chris Rock that night, and Chris Rock confirmed that he had no clue that Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia. So again, goes to what Huli is saying. That's the most narcissist thing in the world to assume just because you said it, we know it. And that's this whole narrative running on Black Twitter for Black women that we're tired of being disrespected, this, that, and the third. Chris Rock thought exactly like everybody else did. Jada has always had a short haircut. Jada cut her hair because she wanted to. And y'all using this whole black hair and him. He is a comedian. He did black hair because he didn't understand us with our hair. So he did it. And of course, it's going to be comedy in it because it's Chris Rock. So y'all can leave that narrative alone too. This whole, I don't want you if you don't defend me like Will Smith. Nigga, I don't want you if you defend me like Will Smith. You're not gonna embarrass me nowhere. I don't care where we at.
I'm glad you're saying that.
But the thing is, to me, that's the equivalent of me taking you to my office party, my boss disrespecting me or whatever, and then you punching my boss.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Wait. What did you do?
No, but that I don't care. That's
That's
the
so
thing.
did he say words?
And what I'm saying is, there is one. It could be the same joke. If he says something like, "Oh, Kim, I've never seen you in that much makeup," because technically that was the equivalent of the joke. It really was.
Can I piggyback over that?
Go ahead.
A friend of mine didn't agree with me at all about. He was like, "Oh, Will Smith was right. He should have did this. He should have did that, right?" And I said, "Okay, let's imagine this, right? Let's imagine you're getting married today, or whatever, and I'm invited, and you have guys that are invited, and we don't get along. We don't like each other, right? So we see each other. We might brush each other, or whatever. We're in close contact. Now we don't like each other at all, right? And I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm gonna do it to you. And let's just say one of them niggas do this at your wedding." I'm gonna be cool. I'm not about to tear your wedding up.
Exactly. It's
Off of my ego. Now, I'll see you later. But I'm gonna be cool right now. It could be in front of my woman. My woman know me. She know I'm not scared of this nigga. She know what time it is. Right? So I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna hold myself. I'm gonna be mad as hell, but I'm not gonna tell you. This your day.
Your day.
This is not for me.
Right.
This is your day. I'm not gonna do nothing.
And the thing is, how you make that relative. Jada Pinkett knew that her husband. So, because don't forget, y'all didn't go to the. Y'all were mad at the Oscars because he wasn't nominated. So he finally hits this pinnacle that clearly y'all have wanted him to hit because y'all are there. And you knew for a fact that he was going to win. Everybody always knows if you win the Critics' Choice Awards, if you sweep all of the other awards, you're going to win the Oscar. Hollywood knows that. So there was no doubt in anybody's mind that Will Smith was going to win that night. So Jada Pinkett, while all of y'all is talking about she's the pinnacle, no. She is the most toxic bitch that literally walks the earth because she took that moment from somebody that literally has been fighting for since he was 19.
But, we're going to let you finish, Kim. But I want to get to some questions before we go further than this. But also, think about the movie Crash when the cop was filling his wife up. And think about your reaction to that and if Terrence Howard was right then. So, Phil said, why is the relationship she had when she was separated from her husband constantly brought up? Well, Phil, I'll start. I'll start.
Okay.
It's called character.
Right.
Okay. And you can say you separated. If you're separated, getting a divorce, then maybe because that's what Kim is going to say.
No,
separated. But if you are separated now and then you never have an intention of getting divorced, you are embarrassing your husband, you are embarrassing your family, you're not an example for your kids, and that is why I bring it up.
Okay, let me do this. Y'all have to stop this whole narrative of like people picking on them because of their entanglement, picking on them. They are the ones that told us. Okay? When they signed up for this show, Red Table Talk, 2 or 3 years ago, whatever it was, nobody knew anything about Will and Jada's relationship. Right. They are the ones that gave up.
No. They're not saying to break the news.
No.
We assume.
But the Red Table Talk was already going when August Alsina did what he did. What I'm saying is there has always been a blanket in Hollywood that everybody knew that Will and Jada had an open relationship. Okay? Will and Jada literally has never talked about it. Okay? Y'all have to stop this narrative like we knocked on their door and searched through their trash. All of the information that we have about them, they gave it to us. Yeah. So y'all don't get to keep this narrative up about why y'all messing with her because, they were separated, whatever like this. We wouldn't have known it if they wouldn't have told us. So they don't get the same respect because they're the ones that sat at the table and told us that their marriage was broken at a time. That Will said that he was a horrible husband. They are the ones that gave us all of this information. You are a public couple. If you didn't want us to know, stay off Red Table Talk.
On the real, because I still don't know who Jay-Z fucked. I don't know who Becky is. He did it, but I don't know. But
right.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Whatever their relationship is like, what Phil say, now the narrative keep being switched when they were separated. Once again, I thought she just did it because they had an open relationship. So now they introducing that she was separated and trying to save face. Personally, I'm trying not to be biased. They put up 3 boxes of Will, saying Will been in an open relationship. They had Charlize Theron, the other white girl, and Dwayne Martin in the third box.
Marco Robbie.
Marla, and then they put Gina husband in the third box, and I said, y'all gotta fucking chill, because they keep making accusations that they love us or something. For the sake of what Kim is saying, we never knew Will was doing that shit. He won't speak on it. He won't say nothing about it. Jada could have not said nothing, and this is before I just turned on her. I would have rolled like, she ain't say she did it. For her to say it, when I say, Leo Goodwin, if my girl gonna cheat on me, bitch, you better lie. and to nobody else knows
And that goes to Phil's point. Phil says August is the one that told us. Jada had to explain it after August told. Jada didn't have to explain nothing.
Goddamn thing. He's delusional.
What do people do? They lie.
Like a motherfucker.
I don't know what he talked about.
I don't even know
that
him.
man.
But what I'm saying is that even if August Alsina is the one that put it out there, they started
You say they
it with
put it
the
there
red
for
table
him
talk,
to
right?
say.
So when they got up there and start explaining things about their relationship, he felt like he needed to come tell this information that they weren't telling. So at the end of the day,
He's still a bitch too.
he 100% any man that talks about their conquest in that way, to me, has always been a bitch. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that they do not get the grace of, oh, well, y'all need to leave them alone because they started it. So no, we don't need to leave them alone. If they want us to leave them alone, tell them to put the red table up. We don't want to hear about it no more.
And I don't want to hear about.
I don't want to hear.
Oh, it's gonna go
I want
on
to hear.
now.
Yeah.
But now I want to transition into black women
Well,
or whatever.
Josh said
Go ahead.
that he's available
Okay.
for your office party. He has the cup ready, and he says that he won't embarrass you.
Come on, Josh.
Especially if they have good food and open
Well,
bar.
let me tell you, I work with the whites, so it's always both. So, you know, good,
It
good.
depends on where they're ordering from. And the
Boston
open bar
Market.
might make you
Not
act up.
Boston Market.
Yeah.
I never had it.
Boston, I mean, the cornbread good.
She gave you the Jada look when you said Boston
That's all
Market.
roll eyes out. Hold on now.
Boston Market. Lord, no, you
Slap
know.
myself.
Let me tell you, Morton's, you know.
Yeah. Did she, like Jada said, did you hear what Chris said? Go up there and embarrass yourself again.
I just can't. So now we have to transition into black women, masculine.
We are punishing her for not lying, Phil. Phil, you want to come? I guess you trying to get you a seat at the unapologetic table. Yeah, we are punishing her for not lying because sometimes you have to lie to protect yourself. You have to lie to protect your
Yeah.
family, and you have to lie to get days off.
Don't lie on camera about getting days off though. They can find it. They can find the clip.
I got a doctor's note.
So let's talk about black women and black Twitter. Okay. So I'm gonna go first, and then I'm gonna let y'all have it. Okay. So I am so disappointed in black women in the last 2 days because we all strive for this love or this image of a man that we think will provide and protect for us or whatever. And when the narrative changed that, you know, oh my God, if you don't love me like Will Smith don't love me at all, I was so frustrated and disappointed. I've been having this conversation, of course, in both my group chats with my girlfriends. And I'm not the only one, but I kind of felt like I was kind of on a limb with because I was not the majority.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly how I feel about it, just like I said before. But that's how I was taught by my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one difference. And again, like I said, that's a whole nother conversation. But if you don't realize that Jada is the toxic person in that relationship, then you don't know how love works.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to say this earlier, but Huli already said it. You always see Will standing up and loving Jada. I've never seen the reverse. I've seen Will explain how he spent, thousands of dollars on a birthday, and just because she was in a bad mood, she didn't want to do it. Like, that's not how relationships work. If we are in a partnership, sorry for the partnership word, but if we are in a marriage, let's say like this, it is our jobs we're supposed to support each other. So even if I'm having a bad day, even if I don't care about my birthday, anything like that, if you put the effort in, who is it to me to come out and then belittle you for doing something for me? He explained that on Red Table Talk, okay? So I knew then that there was a mix-up or an issue in their marriage because I didn't understand her and I get it. No, you're supposed to have the conversation after. You're not supposed to embarrass him in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunday, that's exactly how I felt. You rolled your eyes, he laughed, and you leaned over and you said something to him in that moment, which of course nobody will know. Maybe Lapita know. Because Lapita was the closest.
Yeah.
Lapita was the closest, and it's so crazy to me. Lapita is one of the only ones that was around him that hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
I personally think
Lapita, where are you at?
Lapita,
Working
tell
on
us.
us too.
I personally think Lapita heard what Jada said to Will. But of course, Lapita is a stand-up
I'm
act,
about
so
to
she
DM
would,
Lapita.
she would never say it. I think whatever she said to him in that moment triggered him, and that's what made him get up. So everybody that's online talking about, black women are the most disrespected. Yes, we
That
are.
is true.
Now that's
You think that's
100%.
true?
I know, I
that's
do.
true.
Now
I do.
I'm not denying that. I do
I do.
personally think that black women are the most disrespected, and we are the
I
ones.
think it's a tie.
You
No.
think they're more disrespected than black men?
In this day and
I
age,
think
let me
the
tell
When
you
has a
something.
black woman ever got smacked on national TV?
No, this is true.
Let's not go that route.
I'm not
Go
knocking it. I'm not knocking it.
I'm
Now,
just saying.
I will say this. Over the last couple of years, I do believe that black men have leveled with us. I do. I personally think for a while, y'all were a token. Y'all were a treat. You know what I mean? Like in certain situations or whatever, like they want to take you on their arm because you're exotic and they can show you around and things like that. We've never gotten that. White men don't look at us in certain situations.
Hold on now.
In certain situations, but
It's about to get good.
okay, but again, what I'm saying is that this whole theory that this is the first time that a black man has shown up for us is a lie. That's just not true.
Right.
And this whole theory that he has to be violent in order for him to show protection is a lie. Like, y'all have to stop this. And again, y'all need to go back or whatever and watch what actually happened. And then last, and I'm gonna let y'all have the women thing, Tony Rock came out and said that Will or Jada have not called Chris Rock. He said that it is not cool. And when they asked him how his brothers are, he said all of them are cool. Guess how many brothers he got?
A lot.
7.
Damn.
So again, don't get me wrong, y'all on this whole Hollywood shit and stuff like that. Chris Rock is a millionaire. Chris Rock is the A-lister. I'm just saying, family is family, and when you disrespect family, consequences happen.
Jada Pinkett Smith, and shout out to the actual facts of Kim
So
Smith.
that model, two
But
parts.
one thing that I like about Kim being country is that she butchers a lot of words.
She was frustrated.
It's not Jada Pinkett, it's Jada Pinkett.
Real correct, yeah.
Pinkett. It's Pinkett.
No,
No,
it's
it's
Pinkett.
Pinkett with an N.
Pinkett.
N.
Oh,
Pinkett.
well, y'all know who I'm
Well,
talking
we
Right.
about.
gonna stop you,
I be
right?
like the grandma.
But when
You know who I'm talking
when
about.
you from the South, it's Pinkett.
Yeah.
Pinkett,
And
okay.
I let it ride.
Okay.
Pinkett that guy.
When she
that
was
Pinkett
frustrated,
Ugh.
I said she frustrated. Leave the fucking Kim alone. She was
Can't
pissed
stand
off.
it.
But Jada Pinkett Smith is ghetto. I think she's
Damn.
from,
Baltimore.
I think right. She's
But
from
that
the
don't have
street,
nothing to do with her being that.
Well, it does.
I think it
I'm
does.
gonna tell you why.
I'm ghetto.
So Jada Pinkett Smith is ghetto from the streets of Baltimore. And one thing that I noticed about ghetto girls, and you West Side and you from the hood, you're from.
Right across the street from you, right?
Where are we?
Right.
We're on 63rd. We're on 63rd.
And I'm not from over here.
You from the hood.
But-
sadly,
Hood women have an issue with respect for men.
Yeah.
Okay, when you meet them, they feel like they're on a man's level. They probably didn't have their father around, or they witnessed their father doing some inappropriate things, and so I feel like Jada, at the end of the day, just doesn't know how to respect men. I feel like she feels like she's on the same level. And I think that she gives credit to people like Tupac because that's what she knows. That's what she grew up around. That's what's in her heart.
Okay.
Ghetto.
May I
Go ahead.
Okay. You ever seen Tupac in high school?
Exactly.
right.
Okay.
That was a facade.
So, I personally think, I'm going to sidetrack it just a little bit. I think that Jada Pinkett is the type of person, and I know all kind of women, and from my whole life, I think Jada was the type of person to be like, hey, Tupac, you a virgin? Let's say they're 16, 17 years old. And he said, no, I ain't no virgin. She said, you a virgin, bro. I'm not going to let you leave high school and not be a virgin. Gave him some. right? He fall in love with me. She said, look, a couple times, but we friends. I'm doing this so that long term, whatever. And they had just been friends since then. Tupac's whole image changed. He was a nerd in high school. He was an actor in high school. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And so Jada's a free spirit to the point where she's like, man, this dude, he uptight. I'm gonna give him something. You know what I mean? This dirty ass nigga. You know, she cute and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so she's the type. So I'm saying that to say that the rough type is not necessarily her type. I don't think. I do think that hood women, they do have a contempt for men. They often confuse masculinity with aggression.
Yes.
Right? There's a big difference, right? As a black man, it is a lot of pressure on us to be this barbaric. Doesn't matter what level in life you've reached. You can be the CEO of Pepsi, right? But our women will know.
You know the CEO of Pepsi.
I'm just saying, like, the height.
You use that as an
You could be
example.
the pinnacle of business, the pinnacle of whatever.
100%.
You could be the president of the
Don't
United
say
States.
Pepsi.
You could be Barack, and he need to fight for me. I'm not rolling the dirt on the president. I shouldn't have to do that anymore. That don't mean I'm less of a man.
Right.
You know, but in our culture, a lot of us are so low level that we can be at a program like the Oscars and still have to prove after 20 years of marriage that we real, or that we're down or whatever. And that's kind of the downfall of us, right?
Yes.
Because it was explained to me how let's just say you're a black guy and you know what a real man is. You remember that movie, The Terminator 2?
Okay.
You remember the creator of The Terminator was a black dude, and he had that big ass mansion, and he had the black wife, and he had the black boy, and then Sarah Connor came in there and tried to kill him because she wanted to stop him from creating the Terminator. Miles Dyson.
Okay.
Miles, right? The name, right? So the creator in the movie, it was controversial too, was a black dude, right? And a real man doesn't have to be in the hood physically defending his wife and proving whatever. He'll shoot whoever, he'll beat whoever up. A real man take his family and move to Beverly Hills, and then we save him. We don't have to do nothing. That's a real man, right? And it's a shame that black men have to always prove some shit.
I agree.
And we're going to do a show on that. And it's already in my head, protect and provide, you know. Even in my relationship and others, you know, that word, those words get thrown out when there's no specific meaning for it. I think it's different for each man, it's different for each family, but it is what you say. You know,
Ego. It's a lot of guys in prison right now because of their ego, because they want to show they're tough, but you don't even know why you're showing why you're tough, right? I have a lot of tenants. I've had tenants that have, and potential tenants who have threatened me. They ain't got $50, right? But if they say some slick shit, am I supposed to respond to this nigga who ain't even got $50 and don't even take care of his kid, and I own the whole building he live in? No, he can be tough all he wants
and
to.
that status, and see, that's a part of the issue too. Status doesn't matter.
It should though.
Well, I mean, who cares? It's all about you. If you got $500, he had $50. It shouldn't matter that you react.
I don't agree
a certain way.
Let me tell you, okay, let's use this scenario, right? Let's say it's two girls, right? This girl's gorgeous. This girl's beautiful. She's fly. Like, every dude love her, right? Then you got this booger wolf who hates her for being pretty, right? So the booger wolf wants to fight the pretty girl. Don't fight her, you too pretty. Because she wants you to be ugly like her. You have no business. You're on different levels. You shouldn't be doing that. When you hit a certain level, right? Okay, no matter what your career is.
I get what you're saying.
Don't fight this bum on the street.
The theory, the simplest terms is the people that always have to rethink is the person that has the most to lose.
Right.
I get that. I do. But I don't live my life like that. You know, I don't, nobody knows if I have $1, because there's been times where I've walked out the house going to work and I've had nothing. Luckily, I was getting paid the next day.
Amen. Friday.
But
Friday
you know,
is
or
different.
if I have $1,000, I'm always the same person. So that's just how I am.
I'm not missing no Oscar.
Yeah.
And honestly,
That's another level.
no matter how we flip this or turn this or whatever, the reason that particular situation doesn't fit here is because both of them have everything to lose. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if he has 20 million or he has 80 million. At the end of the day, the respect level
Right.
is the same because both of them are fucking millionaires. And at the end of the day, I don't care how you flip it, turn it, anything. This whole theory of Will Smith is gonna be okay because, you know, Hollywood is gonna turn the other way or whatever, this, that, and the third. You have people like Jim Carrey. You have people like James Corden. And yes, I get it. Oh, well, they need to stay out of black conversations. Let me tell you how this would have been a black conversation. This would have been a black conversation if Will Smith would have waited till they got to the black golden party and then smacked Chris Rock. Then you don't have the theory for white people to say anything because guess what? You weren't in attendance. You weren't in the building. This is not your situation. He made it open for everybody to talk about because he did it on the stage. So y'all don't get to use. So they yesterday tore Zoe Kravitz apart. So Zoe Kravitz posted, "Look at my dress," and oh, I guess it's okay to assault people now. When I tell you Twitter, Black Twitter, tried to ruin this girl just because
And they
she
should.
no,
And they should.
they
I don't
shouldn't
think they
have
should have.
because
She
at the
did in
end
front
of the
of the crowd.
day
It's
she
fine.
was there and she is entitled to have her an opinion. And guess what? Y'all don't get to question her blackness just because y'all don't think she's black enough. It doesn't work
Right.
like that. Black people always want to throw in the card of, well, they not black enough, or they mixed, or they this or that, whatever. No. At the end of the day, Zoe Kravitz, if y'all want to take it back, has more than a third of the black blood in her, so she's black. So she can have an opinion without y'all trying to literally ruin her just because she made a comment. And it's true.
She can have her opinion. I don't give a damn about her opinion. But sometimes you can just shut up.
And this is why I'm
And he
coming
could have
in.
set his ass in that seat.
Right.
What
That's
just
true.
triggered me, because remember, it's just that I've talked the less ever on this show. I'm
We
going to
don't
watch this show. I'm going to keep pointing that out. I'm a great side guest today. The whole thing that Goodwin is saying, and you just did that third of a black, much like traumatized. See, if you going to speak with your blackness, it better be all the time now. I don't like when you pick and choose to let me know you black. Doja Cat, motherfucking, what you say, Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe
Who
Kravitz.
the other fucking bitch that just made me mad? It's another little mixed bitch.
Well,
Who-
Zoe Kravitz is black.
yeah, she's black, but we know
Yeah.
there's other sprinkles in there. Talk when I need you to talk. As good as you ain't gotta say shit. Don't poke the bear. I'm okay with it.
It's her right. I can have my opinion.
Now, what you say, it's open now,
Right,
because of
right.
Black Twitter. Here's our right to tear you apart. What you
They
say,
been
us,
waiting on her ass.
what you say, Lupita.
Wait.
Lupita, us, that's what I call her.
Uh-huh.
The 355, I can go on and on.
I still need to watch
I saw it, it was
355.
decent. She ain't saying a goddamn thing, and she closest to the damn thing to that.
I told you not to
Right.
heard it.
And she got a translator. She
Yeah.
done said it in English or in Swahili.
Or British.
Okay.
Because she got three of them.
Lupita just don't care.
Hey, right.
Lupita got right up from her seat. Right.
Went
Lupita
to the
just wants to
bathroom.
be like, okay, y'all done? Okay, I'm done. But y'all, see, I don't like that because Zoe Kravitz doesn't have to prove her blackness
Right,
to us.
right.
She doesn't. Zoe Kravitz is black, and she can be any type of black that she wanna be.
But she doesn't identify with, and I sent you the thing in the group where
Yes.
they talk about she won't talk to black people because she say that she doesn't appeal to our audience and stuff like that.
We
She-
do the resume check,
Right.
Kim.
She was told when she originally went for Batman that she was basically too urban. Okay? So Zoe Kravitz has got, just like Hollywood tells, you know, somebody like Halle Berry or somebody like, she's gotten the same disrespect as every other black actress. So stop telling her that she's not black enough. Stop it.
That may be true, but she can have all that. But just like Stacey Dash is black as hell, and is
That's a
Dame
bad
Dash's
example.
sister or cousin or
Cousin.
something, niggers. They're all niggers.
They been
She
dancing, cuz.
she's sitting up there. Now she don't want to be black. She going against the blacks. Herschel Walker doing the same thing, going for Trump and stuff like that. So if you, Zoe, shut up.
Nope.
You and your mama your mother was not invited to the Oscars. You barely got in. We don't need you. You can stay over there, but as soon as you open your mouth, people will cock and ready.
I don't
And
like
I'm pretty sure I'm in the building with. Never mind, I ain't gonna even say that.
Chris Rock.
And that's another thing.
Yeah, he comes.
And that's another thing. Watch this. So we just watched Will Smith humiliate Chris Rock in front of 15 plus million people, right?
Yeah.
So you go to his comedy show, and what if he run they whole motherfucking
And
resume
I hope
down?
he does.
And
We
guess
don't.
what? Everybody will get on the internet and say, "Oh, he's so wrong. That's family
Nope,
business."
nope.
Guarantee.
No, they're not gonna do
Yes,
it.
they are.
They're not, because
Yes, they are.
the people who are going to see Chris Rock and Kevin Hart are they are going to hear what he has to say
I
about this
guarantee.
situation.
I
And I hope
guarantee.
he talk about her alopecia. I hope
Yeah.
he talk about her ghetto ass from beginning to end. Her and Will. And I like Will. I'm not canceling
I
Will.
won't either.
It's just a little
I'm
blemish.
over
I'm
Will.
disappointed in him.
Disappointed.
But I don't
Okay.
think that I don't think that he deserves to be canceled.
This is what I wanted to jump in because you said it. See that fucking G word. To name is your trigger words to me. That ghetto word to me like gets under my skin. And Kim is right. Y'all can turn on me all y'all want. The black
Turn.
woman is the most disrespected, even amongst us.
That's wild.
It starts with the music that we create for them.
That they love?
That they love. Condition. I'm thinking that you love that I can call you my bitch and you run toward it. I can go to
But
any
they call
other job.
themselves bitches.
Once
That's
again,
what
guess
they
what?
do.
They're doing what, but we just saying Zoe practice. We trying to get her preferences on when to say whatever. How the fuck do we care that two women calling each other bitches? I call you nigga. Do that mean she could call me nigga if I was that
Puerto
type?
Ricans do that too.
I don't like that
They
shit.
call
I
each
don't
other
like,
niggas.
I don't like that
Well,
shit.
I don't
I don't
identify
like
as a nigga.
It's really hard, and that's a
A or
show
ER?
itself.
A or
I'm
E?
just,
Either one.
There you go.
oh, and that's another show, but we'll focus on women calling each other bitches if you want to use that angle. That's two women calling each other whatever, who's been conditioned by us, who they look up to, supposed to be submissive to, and think it's cool that I can tell you shake your ass on the floor. And yeah, that's what you're doing.
Holy, will you stop? Because
I'm telling
the
you.
the same women who are being talked about in the music, and I agree, it's not right. Okay. However, they buy the music, they go to the concerts, and they go get a
Yes,
guy
they do.
that's just like the people.
Yes, they
Did
do.
you not hear
They
me
like that
say
shit.
the conditioning has
That's not
happened?
conditioning.
We
That's
woke
a
up,
choice.
man. We
That's
woke
a
up.
choice.
Kim stated why she is the way she is because of her mama. So you think the next generation ain't seeing their mama and things okay? I don't know where it started.
No.
I'm not gonna end it, but it's been trickled down through our music to identify our women as bitches and hoes or whatever, and I partake in
Don't
it,
take
and
it.
I call
I
them
got something
bitches
about
and
that.
hoes.
If black women stood up and said, "Hey," just like they do, like with Bill Cosby and all these other, do you not think that things would change?
Hell no, because number one, the music industry ain't gonna let you make that change, and the black women ain't the reason fucking Bill Cosby went to jail. That was the other color women.
That was
The
very
black
true.
women ain't
That's
got
very,
that type
very
of
true.
fucking influence.
Because they told Beverly to go sit down.
You can
Just saying.
you can women can do something. You get together and
Yes.
you can make things happen.
The
but
right color.
but they enjoy the music because you in the club, you dancing, you blah blah.
Right.
You're not thinking about it then. You're not thinking about it till you sitting down. And you're like, oh, he's talking about to me.
Okay.
Hold up, but
Who's
why-
more, who's more conditioned though? The black women to like their music, or the black men that ain't gonna get nowhere with the women unless they acting like that?
I don't know.
How
man.
about that? How about
Hold on,
you
hold
can't
on.
be a gentleman? You a gentleman, you a soft ass Will Smith.
Hello.
Oh, and
Man. You a bitch.
Hello.
If you are a nice guy,
Hello.
I'm very vocal about that.
Hello.
I'm in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't be good to you, fuck you.
Hello.
But
Right.
now wait.
You can't- so-
wait.
But-
Where's this crop? Not you personally.
Huh?
On the average decent woman that I know from projects don't want that image when she gets to that. She don't want the guy you described. If
That's
we talk
not
about
true.
20s
That's
and
not-
high school,
No,
yeah.
that's not true.
I'm not gonna say that.
20s, that's when you trying to get
Cool, but when you trying to settle down and be forever and all this shit, it's more than likely
It's
30.
past 30.
On the media.
It's
Okay,
past
cool.
30.
I don't
It's
know.
past-
It's
No.
past 30s,
It's
like,
past
I went to
30.
Hampton.
I don't know.
I went to
Or they
Hampton.
gonna
You know,
cheat
same
with
shit.
them.
Okay, so
Okay.
you telling me a woman in college want you to be gangsta Leah?
Yes.
A bitch who I'm gonna call him a bitch now. This stupid
Let's keep it
bitch
100.
who went to Hampton,
Uh-huh.
went to look for John Doe, every man who's still back at the crib.
May I answer
I
this?
don't want to believe
May
that.
I answer
Go
this?
ahead.
Okay, so do you know how many women I went to college with that got pregnant by the local nigga?
Hello.
Who
Yeah.
hanging out in the hood? All
Hello.
these Hampton University black men
Damn.
and pre-med, all this other kind
Hello.
of shit. They fucking on niggas that's in the hood. Right? You remember that video, the Clips video, the fucking, remember that shit that was in the project? That project was right next to Hampton, right?
Okay.
They over there with them niggas. They over there with D-boy niggas. Allen Iverson will come, and I literally saw this nigga lower his fucking window, and look, group of women right there.
You.
They all getting in the car. They
Hello.
gone.
Hello.
From Clinton Portis, all of that. Now, let's look at it like this too.
Mm-hmm.
My sister's in a sorority. I have a lot of friends in sororities and fraternities, right? Those niggas running through them. That's a whole different
That's
social
a different
situation. So
That's
it's
it.
not like
That's
they're
it.
known to be treating women the best.
Correct.
And they're getting ran through. Right? It's a lot. That's a small
It's a
population.
step up,
Niggas, I done
though.
fucked 200 of them. I done fucked 300 of them. I done fucked 100 of them. They fucking on the same niggas.
You know men
Come
like
on,
that.
man.
You
I-
know men and women like that personally.
I just
Okay?
said-
I'm not gonna name no name, but don't give me some Hennessy.
I'm finna. Now you gotta keep it serious.
I made Hennessy go.
What I wanna say. We said, she said the black woman. I'm not disputing Leo. I'm gonna dispute you, and I know the shit I say on social media when I was posting. But I won't ever believe that that represents my whole entire race. Because if it was to be said the other way around, I wish a fucking nigga would make me be identified with gangbangers and shit, yo.
Holy.
Will Smith just did.
Here
Not Wilson.
is
You don't even think he a gangbanger. He just said some
They
shit.
slapped the nigga on national team.
What's
Okay.
the reason why women that you know are single at
Right.
this point
up?
Yep.
Oh,
is because
They want that.
of what we're talking about.
Yep.
Okay.
They
Let's
want that.
okay. We're
That's
gonna
kind of a
we're gonna
shit.
bring it.
Come
We're-
on, kid.
We're gonna
They
we're
want
gonna
that.
we're going to bring it in.
They want
Yeah,
okay.
they want that dope boy.
Yes,
Okay.
They want that
How
little
old is
nigga.
who you
Hold on.
talking
They
about?
50 years old.
They don't
and
give.
then-
I don't give. They
No,
want
50-year-old.
him
Okay.
to conform.
Okay.
Okay, say that. But
Okay. So this is the thing. You know, poor men. You know?
Right.
Poor
Kim, I
men.
did just say that anyway.
No.
I'm still a man.
I'm coming. Poor men. The thing is this narrative that women don't like good guys. Okay, I hear that all the time, 100%. One of my best friends is a man, and we've had this conversation multiple times. This is my take on it. If you want a particular woman that is not giving you the type of respect that you think you deserve or you need, then going forward, you need to leave that type of woman alone. Okay? If you keep picking that woman in different women, you're going to keep running into the same problem. So this narrative that all women don't like good guys and we want thugs and we want nobody in their 30s literally living in actual life wants a dope boy. Because you want to know why? Because the feds can come kick in your door at any time.
Not dope.
No.
We don't
Okay,
have-
no.
Not saying
Okay.
drug dealer, but
No,
a certain
but
type of
what I'm
swag.
saying, but what I'm
That's
saying
what I
is,
mean.
what I'm saying is this: the whole theory of good guys finish last is yes, it's the women, but it's also the good guy continuously going for the girl that is going to give them the same problem every time. You have to switch it
A
up.
small percentage.
It's
Kim.
not a small
That's
percentage.
bullshit,
Small
No,
percentage.
most
But here, what you have to
men
do-
date the same women in different women. Y'all are yes.
Why do you think Kevin Samuels exists? Because
It-
they're
Don't
not.
do that,
And now,
Leo.
Leo.
Damn, I
so
wanna do this
I
shit.
think you can correct me if I'm wrong, Leo.
Alright.
Now, there is some validity in what Kim Smith is saying.
I know.
okay?
Right.
However, it's a small percentage. And I don't even know if you are in that percentage.
Damn.
However,
I know I'm in the percentage.
however, I think that if you go, you have to maybe go outside.
Oh
of
my
this
God.
scope.
And that's
Okay.
what she said. I thought that's what you were saying. I thought you was basically saying if you want a good woman.
No, she's not saying
No.
that.
Because how
She's not saying that.
Then where are all these women who don't like them kind of niggas?
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Where are they at? Look at everybody's baby daddy. The proof is in the pudding.
I'm
Everybody's
somebody's baby daddy.
Look,
And Exhibit A.
y'all
I'm
know-
like, you somebody baby daddy.
Look, all these. Yeah, listen. If you meet, and I'm not speaking to anybody in particular,
I know.
right?
General.
But if the average person you see their baby daddy, where he at? He's on some bullshit.
I'm not.
But that's what they like.
What if he the average guy? Like, not, and remember, Kim, I'm gonna let you have it. See, I'm not even like going against you the way you. It's not that many thug ass niggas, like, cause that we looking at with everybody ain't tough cause you think they is.
So not thug or dope.
Or because
Okay,
maybe
don't
know
are the
them.
wrong words. However, I'm saying a particular
Urban?
type of
Say urban?
swag. A
Swag?
particular type of swag.
What's
Tall,
right?
money, dress, car, all those superficial
think there's
things.
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
and
That's
to be
a
fair,
wait
Packaged up
a minute.
and be committed.
a
that's-
good one.
Wait a minute.
Half of the battle, and it sounds so lame to say because they said enough that I gotta believe. It's either like you say the thug or the comedian nigga, the nigga that can make them laugh. They all want to be protected,
Oh my
or they want the serious working guy. And ain't this one thing that women looking for, that odds thing? And like I'm just going off my female friends. They might fuck with a loser, scumbag, cheating ass nigga, but thug is nowhere near what that nigga is, cause I'm probably tougher than him, and I play tough on
But that's what I'm
TV.
saying.
So
you can be a thug and just have the look of a thug.
correct.
And not
So you
be-
judge
Okay.
them then.
But we going with
That's
No,
a
we-
show.
I know,
That's a show.
we're gonna come back. We're gonna go
But
right
Jada
back to Will.
Pinkett is the reason why we got here because she want a nigga that looked like Alcina, but with Will Smith. Hello,
Let me say this too. What y'all are describing is two different things. So I can like a man for his swag. Okay, that is something totally different than me liking the hood ass nigga that stands on the block. That's two different things. What you're describing is traits. So if he's tall, if he's dressed as nice or whatever like that, that has nothing. Now, if he's a bad person and all of those things, then I am the fool for going back or picking
but
him
you
or
always
whatever.
don't care if he a bad person or not.
That's a lot, and that's another thing. Y'all putting
Don't care.
just because you've ran across those type of females, that's on
But
you.
maybe you
across-
are in the
I
maybe
run
you're
across
in
a lot
the
of
small.
That
Maybe
is-
you're in the small.
Okay,
That-
hold on.
no,
Kim.
that is-
I'm getting off the train.
Okay.
Women do have this natural, I want to conform you trait that I can't defend.
Conform.
Yeah, where like you say, he may be a bad guy, but all these other traits I can salvage him.
No,
I will say
See,
most women have that.
I didn't say that. I said that doesn't make him. Me personally,
Mhm.
I'm too old to fix anybody. So if you don't have your own shit together, if you don't have cancer, if you don't know who you are as a man, leave me alone.
At 30.
You know, at 30, even in my 20s, don't forget I was
No,
in
no,
9
don't go to
relationships.
20s, 'cause that's
Yeah,
all
no,
I'm
see
saying.
that's a big difference.
Yeah.
But again, I'm sorry, I think men want to keep this narrative up because y'all keep choosing
It's
wrong.
their experience.
It is.
Right, but
It's just like I think I know personally, great men. All over the place.
Okay.
All over the place. With their job in order, educational order. They have a lot of stuff going for them. Life experiences, everything. Nice guys.
Okay.
They're
Why are they
wanted
single?
Because they like black girls.
No.
But now it's going.
Oh, we gotta stop.
Okay.
We gotta,
That's
This is
we
a
gotta
show.
break
That's
it.
a
It's
show.
another show.
That's a show.
It's
So
another
we're not
show.
going to do that.
The Protect or Provide show.
Yes. Okay.
Protect and
When
provide.
will Kim be there?
We can do a
We
part
need
1,
a-
2,
I hope
and
that
3.
don't come back to bite me in my ass. I love black women myself.
I love them the most.
Okay, where's the camera right there? So listen, this is okay. I
Are you
love black
still
women.
single? Are you still single?
I am still
Leo?
single. I am
When you
still
were
single.
single, you were single when we met you. That was a few years ago. So you still single?
I was in a very Jada toxic relationship.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
We don't say
I-
toxic, I'm
I was
using
in
the J.
toxic
Using the
situation.
J.
Okay. All right.
And the thing is, I know people think this is, funny, but this is it. Let me tell you exactly what I thought in the moment after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I said him and Jada are the couple in the restaurant that went to pick up the food, and then the dude in front of them stepped on her foot on accident,
I
and
remember.
she started screaming,
My man
and then
beat your ass.
her man literally dropped his head, was like,
Here we
damn,
go
and
again.
then has to smack them. That's exactly what I thought.
Oh, I see.
One-
Phil said that in the comments previously. He said every man deep down fears that moment being out with your woman and a nigga disrespect her, and now we gotta fight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is my line where I will put my hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just downtown Saturday. That's why I said I'm trying not to not understand what Will did.
Mm-hmm.
The cashier was I was behind. I was looking at the menu.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed how he was talking to her as opposed to he was talking to her. To me.
Right.
And I was like, hold on. Why you talking to her like that? And now he got a different tone. So it is, I will slap the shit out of you if you think you're going to talk to a girl I'm with different. And then you see, because that's cowardly to me.
I agree.
So when Leo said it, I was silent. I'm like, I don't think I'm all the way like that because I will put my hands on you because in the way you pulling my whole card, I'm not going to watch you fast talk my girl and then get to me and be that alpha. Yeah, man, because you know, I ain't that dude. I'm 50-50 guy.
But the thing is, I think the point that you just made is that you corrected the mistake
You did,
literally just
yeah.
but literally just telling him.
Okay.
So the thing is, me as a woman, if we're in that situation and I feel disrespected or whatever, that's exactly what I'm looking
That's
for
all
you to
you
do.
need.
I'm literally looking for you to step in like, yo, y'all,
You
if
good?
you can talk to me or whatever and literally move me to the side.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those rah-rah, but like, no, there's no need for any of this to escalate. You've peeped the fact that I can't handle this or whatever. You slid me out of the way, slid into the situation and say, okay, talk to me. I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's
Sure.
literally the only time that I need you to step in and do something. If you acknowledge the fact that me as a woman cannot handle the situation, you step in, you move me over, you take care of it, we move on with our day.
I disagree with that. I feel like if you with your man, you shouldn't say anything.
No, I'm just saying if I started it. So he said that she was at the
Okay.
right.
She was
See, now
over it.
100%.
Fast talking.
Now 100%, I agree with
Okay.
you. In 9 times out of 10 in the situation, if we walk in somewhere and he's the one that has started conversation, walking us to, I don't say a word.
Exactly.
I literally don't say nothing. I pick up my purse, sit at the table.
Cute.
He starts the order. He orders my drink, all of the above. I step in when I'm the one, if I'm addressed, I still turn and let him address them.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
Okay. All right. Leo, give us your information, please, and where can we find you on social media and your lovely app?
All right. Style Tech. You can follow the Style Tech page. It's STYLETEQ. You can follow my personal Instagram at Tech Executive. That's TEQ Executive. So spelled the same way as Style Tech. Facebook, Leotis Thomas.
If you want some interesting commentary,
The real
if you
guy.
want to know the truth about this world, follow Leo.
Leo, we're definitely going to have you back, especially for the Protect and Provide. Josh is saying he'll be in town, so I think that
What about Phil?
maybe
We get
we
Phil on
can
Protect-
feel in here too. We
Get
can
Phil
feel
on
in too.
Protect and
And Tech Exec, you're looking real good. You're slim.
Thank you.
You put up thirst traps on social media these days. But I will say you're definitely in shape and you're looking good.
In the gym
Thanks a lot.
every
I
day?
appreciate it. Every
Yeah.
day, 6 days a week.
Trainer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, you used to be how many pounds? What was your
Man,
max
my,
weight?
my max was like 260.
260.
I'm
That's
190
okay.
now.
Okay, good.
Oh, beautiful.
Living
Okay.
life.
Good.
A
Good.
life
Okay.
change.
You transferred all your weight to your left. Hooli, the podcast killer.
This little fat man, I call it Alice's. You know, when the pot calls the kettle black, and then you press that very pot back in the cabinet. I'm sitting at Alice's last Tuesday, and what do you know? I know everybody's favorite CTA bus driver strolls in his outfit.
Are you serious?
His superhero outfit that every CTA employee wears everywhere they go.
Oh, God.
He walks his ass in, then see me and tries to order, like Chris Rock and Low Down Dirty Shane, I order fries. That lady looked at his ass and said, if you don't order a whole meal, motherfucker, I got $5. Y'all so fucking Low Down Dirty Shane. Wasn't that Chris Rock? I think that was.
And Low
Great
Down
time.
Dirty
Get you sucked.
I'm gonna get you
Yeah.
stuck. My bad, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you stuck. He's trying to come to Alice's in the middle of the day and order fries. I don't know what changed his mind. He looked at me and I said, ain't it fancy to see you here?
Lord have mercy. I can't.
But
I
yes,
can't.
I'm in the building. You thought that one coming to the light. It's not the vegetarian he swears he is.
You got you some ribs.
And told, oh yeah, large.
45 minutes.
Double
Give me some
cut.
tips.
Hooli, thank you for being here
Yes.
today as usual. The actual and factual Kim Smith, thank you for all the facts and the knowledge and your opinion. We had a show after this, so now you gotta come back tomorrow.
What?
You gotta come back tomorrow. We
I'm
gotta
back
do that show.
tomorrow.
I didn't prepare these notes.
Oh,
I can't.
You knew when you put them up there. You were
I
doing
know.
all the show.
We have to talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to do a show tomorrow. This has to be done. I can't waste the show.
We might have to move that. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Teresa's watching
Hey,
TalentedTrends.com. She always agrees with Kim
Oh,
no matter what
excuse
she
me.
says.
Shout out to Talented Trends.
Yes.
Shout out to Talented
Yeah,
Trends.
Treese, you always want to agree with Kim. Everything.
Because Treese knows the facts. And let me be clear, okay? Treese is a wife.
Ah.
Okay? Treese is a wife. She's not a girlfriend. She's not a fiance. She's a wife.
She said we want a model chick.
She would have
Tell
tripped
him
on
again,
my
Drew.
way.
Tell him again.
Don't you go on that stage and embarrass somebody. Sit your ass down.
Follow Unapologetic on all podcast platforms. I'm going to upload this tonight before
Yes.
I lie down.
Mm-hmm.
And follow us on all social media. We will be back soon because I got to get this show.
And everybody, please, I want, the one thing I will say is this, or whatever, all of these comments, conversations that we have or whatever thing is great, but the person that we have to wait to hear from is Chris Rock. All of these things that people are assuming, oh, he's okay, he don't care. At the end of the day, Chris Rock has said nothing. So all of your assumptions do not matter. And again, like I said, Tony Rock was on Twitter yesterday, and it does not seem kosher or cool. So, you know, I know everybody's assuming, you know, oh, anybody gonna touch Will Smith? He this, he that. Chris Rock, again, has 7 brothers.
Yeah, Chris Rock is waiting on the highest bidder.
Oprah,
Oprah, hello, Oprah,
yeah,
Gail.
Gail.
Somebody, come, hello.
Oh, we will take you. We'll come to you.
We'll take-
We'll come to you.
We'll get you some Oprah Ravens and some Heralds and see which one you like best.
Yeah.
We can't offer you no cash.
Before y'all sign out, I'm very mad that I didn't attend you guys' event at the Promenade. Unapologetic is interviewing A-list rappers. Seeing Kim on stage with Benny the Butcher,
Yes.
I was so envious because I didn't know that y'all were going to be doing an interview section, but I know Kim held it down. It was wonderful to see Good with his big Michael Jordan jeans come out there and introduce y'all, seeing y'all on those stage. I was proud to see it.
Thank you.
They're doing
Thank
big
you.
things, and if
Thank
you want to be something, you got to come through this motherfucker. If you're a little weak-ass rapper, cousin rap, you better get to Unapologetic before they don't let him be on here. Sign y'all ass
The
up.
price is going
You
up.
better know it.
The price is going up.
Congratulations. I was proud to see it.
Thank
though.
Thank you
To
so
know
much.
when we
Julie.
started. See
And
it.
for all you people that keep calling, asking where Goodwin was in the picture, me and Benny were looking at Goodwin.
Let's get it.
We
I was
were
right
looking at Goodwin. He
I
was
was
there.
right there.
Yes.
But Benny chose Kim. He said,
As he
I'm gonna
should.
Kim right here, and I'm fine with that.
Come on, man.
We out.
Gone.
Great show, people.
You knew you wanted. I thought that was all your Chris Rock. I'm like,
No.
if he think that you put me in Leo,
I got some good stuff on here.
I feel you.
No, we knew the whole show was gonna be about this.
I did. I saw Beyond. I'm like, okay, I saw him put.
I thought we was gonna do an hour.
Yeah.
No, you want putting us 3 featuring you on a controversial topic.
I got Kyrie, Anthony Anderson.
Oh,
I got some
yeah.
good stuff fuck
You
with
don't
him.
like Kyrie for real?
No,
Oh, yeah, that's
Kyrie
how
is
I
trash.
don't like Kyrie.
Yeah.
I used to be a fan. I'm not a fan.
I
at all.
just,
Like,
I'm
he's
sorry,
trash.
y'all.
He's a trash, low life person to me.
Wow, because he made a decision.
Because he really wants to keep this virus around killing people. Like I don't like that at all. Like the
So-
people who lost parents and lost
I know,
brothers and
I
sisters.
agree.
He's like,
I
I'm fighting
understand.
for my right to keep that virus around. Boy, if I would have lost somebody, I'd be ready to beat his ass in that locker room, boy. Stop playing with me, boy.
I just feel like I
Selfish
totally
ass
agree.
nigga.
I totally agree. Like the whole thing is that like COVID has hit people in